Hi, today in this mapping I want to explain about SCD type 2 method. In here I already explained about mapping flow, how records move from source table to dimension tables, like from actually the flow is source table to staging table to dimension to fact table. This is the actual scenario, real time scenario. I already explained about how to transfer the data from source table to staging table by using mapping variable parameter, and from staging table to transform the data from staging table to target dimension table. There are you can in real time scenario we will apply three types of logics. One is SCD type 1 and SCD type 2 and SCD type 3, and mostly we used SCD type 1 and SCD type 2. SCD type 2 is a most number of times used in business logic. SCD type 1 I already explained how the data is moving by implementing lookup transformation, router transformation, and update strategy, update strategies. Now I want to explain about SCD type 2. In this SCD type 2, I want to move the data from staging area. I already explained about source to staging transformation, mapping transformation. Now I here in this mapping I want to explain about staging to dimension table. See here, my staging table is STG employees. This is my staging table. You can check in staging schema. This is my 107 records are there. This is my select star from dimension employees, dim employees. See here, no data. We have to load the data here. Staging table I dragged, and target table, dim employees is my target table. Three times I want to drag. Oh, sorry, not here in mapping. Let's create mapping. M underscore small, M underscore dim employees, dimension employees, SCD type 2. Today's date is 09. Type 2 09. Let's drag the source. Three times I want to use. I will explain later why I took three instances of target tables. Here source qualifier. The first business logic is I want to get end date. See, end date column is not, end date field is not present in source qualifier or source, so I want to get end date. So to get end date is a non-aggregated calculation part, so I want to use expression transformation to get end date. Drag all the fields, and just for recognition indicating purpose I am changing date under to start date, STA or start date, and I want to create one external output port, output end date, and output end date is an output. Here to get end date from start date we have to use one function called add to date. From add to date function, start date, from start date comma single quotations day, 1 day, minus 1 validate complete data types. What are the data types? Oh, sorry, here I did not change data type. Let's validate it. I will explain this by add to date function. Okay, let me complete this mapping first. To get the end date, I am using the add to date function. Now I'm taking lookup transformation. In lookup transformation, I am taking my target table as a lookup table, the dimension employees. Okay, and here I want only two fields. Apply. Let's see. I drag employee ID from expression transform, which is from a source table. It's just an input column only. Here key condition, give the condition. Sorry, one is employee ID from lookup table, and I am comparing employee ID from lookup table and employee ID from source table. Source nothing but the target staging table. So I am comparing. Now take one router transformation to create output ports like insert, update, existing update and all. I am taking router transformation and drag all the fields. Drag all the fields, and from lookup table I want employee key. Name this employee key lookup LKP. Sorry, lookup. This is from LKP lookup. That's why I am. Just for indicating purpose only. I am creating groups, 3 groups. One is for new insert, existing update, insert, and give the condition. Which condition? If employee key is null. If employee key is null, what is this? Employee key from lookup table is null. Insert the records. This is condition. Insert condition we will give in update strategy. Let's write logic. Not is null. Which one? Employee key is not null, then update the records. If employee key is not null, means that an employee key is already there in dimension table. So if already record is there, we have to two actions take place. One is to update that record and need to enter the record as new record. We have to update, right? Means that's why update means start date is there. For suppose one record with for suppose one record with 08 March 8, sorry, March 1st. From March 1st one record is started, entered, and again one more record came, and record came means that there is some end for that previous record. So that is that date will come from add to start date function. That's why I took add to started function earlierly. I will explain. Let me complete this. Validate. Okay. Here also not is null. If employee key is not null, validate. Okay. And update the insert the record, existing record. Okay. Now take the update strategy transformation. Three update strategies. One update strategy for update the records. One update strategy. Insert new records. So you already given one condition in auto transformation, which is if employee key is null, insert the record. So that field should connect to this update strategy. I can rename this as insert new insert. Okay, apply. Okay, new insert, apply ready, and they're not required for this. From here, connect to any one table. This table name just new insert. I think we have a new insert table, and connect this insert fields to this field should insert, and date will be null, right? To get a primary key, just I'm taking one sequence generator. In sequence generator, to create primary keys, I'm taking some 4100, like that. From 4100 it will start. Okay. First one completed. Existing update. Here existing update. If already one record was already there previously, so for suppose one record is already there. For suppose I joined in a company in last year 2022 January 1st. I joined in a company 2023 January 1st, and after 1 year my starting date is January 1st 2022, and in January 1st 2023 I resign. The start date is January 1st, and the end date is January 1st 2023. So that record was already entered in my database, so we have to update that record. I have to update that record with new date, and again I have to entered as fresher in the new company. So here two actions we have to take place for one record, existing record. One is to update that record, and again I have to enter it as a fresher in that company. So I took this existing insert. These two groups will insert. One is for update the existing record, one is for insert the existed employee records. Okay, this is the main motto. So to give end date to the employee, I am dragging, sorry, not this one, take another port. This is for name it as x update property update port. Here the logic, update strategy logic is dd update. validated, connect. Now end date to end date, and employee key to employee key for that employee key end date. System will assign end date, right? System will assign end date logic. I already written in expression transformation. Based on that logic, it assign end date to this existing employee key, existed employee key. And now existing already existing records need to insert as a fresh record. If you change any company or location, employee change any company or location, his details will be freshly entered into the database, right? That is the main motto, freshly enter. Already data is there, data in database, IT company database for the employee. In second updated strategy, the end date will be assigned, and again it will be entered. That employee record will be entered as a fresher by this update strategy logic. That is the main what I am want to explain here. For this employee again need to create new ID. So employee key, so I am dragging to create new primary key, new ID. So to generate new ID, I am again dragging next value, sequence generator. By using sequence generator, here we have to write the logic. dd insert the record, insert the, if condition was satisfied, insert the record. Apply. That's it. This is the, with no errors, parsing completed. This is the SCD type 2 mapping logic from staging table. I took staging table. I took source qualifier to expression transformation. In expression transformation, to get end date of the record, employee record, end date of the last working day of the employee. To get that, I applied this logic: add to date, start date, dd -1, and expression transformation. Later I took a lookup transformation. In lookup transformation, I compare employee ID of the dimension table and the employee ID of the staging table, and I took employee key. Here, if employee ID from dimension table and employee ID from lookup staging table is not equal, then it assigns nulls to employee key, which means there is no records. Initially there is no records in dimension table. At that time it will assign null. So here I have to write one query also, SQL query, where end date is null. Whenever end date is null, wherever end date is null, this query will execute, create the cache. From that cache, it will compare the employee ID values. And if primary key is null, means there is no records. If there is no records, then null there is no records means it assign null to primary key. If primary key is null, I given the condition. Which condition? If primary key is null, primary key, sorry, not primary key, say employee key is null, then insert the records. Insert the records means I connected to insert. td insert. So all the records will go to insert transformation, update strategy insert transformation. From that I connected to table, dimension table 1 first instance, insert instance. Later if lookup, if employee key is already, if employee id was already assigned, employee id is matching, and already employee key is there in the dimension table, record is already is there, and in router condition it will apply this logic, not is null. If employee key is not null means, so employee key is not null means already one record is there, employee key is a primary key, so that's why primary key should not be duplicate. So if there is no, if already record is existed, not is null means it is not null, then not null means some record is already existed with the same id, employee id. So the same employee id from staging table, so it need to update the end date. So here I drag only end date column, end date need to update end date, end date to that employee id. Which employee id? Employee key. Which employee key? For that employee key it will update end date, for that employee key it will update end date. So that's why I connected end date to that employee key. For that employee key that end date will get update, that's it. So updated, end date was updated for that particular employee. So again for that employee record have to insert the record, new record, insert the employee as new record. So if you join any another company, you are new employee to that company, so your record should be stored in the database as a fresher. So fresher to that, I mean fresher to that company. So again your record should be there. That is the main motto of this SCD type 3, SCD type 2. So existing insert, you already existed in the IT company database, but you have to be entered as a new employee to the new company. So that's why again insert from new date of joining, so I connected to this and I given property dd insert property, that record will get insert with new employee, new key. So that's why I connected to generate key, surrogate key, you can call a surrogate key. To generate surrogate key, use sequence generator, right? In this way you can achieve SCD type 2 method, type 2 logic. This is the mapping flow of SCD type 2 logic. Save and create, generate workflow with a reusable session and STG connection. Remaining are target connections. Target connection, 3 instances of target connection, and the lookup table also from target connection. Next, configuration, just properties you can go bulk to, just change to bulk to normal, that's it, nothing to change much. Okay, that's it. Next, let's check one more time, connect and disconnect. Connect, workflow. What is our workflow? This one, SCD type 209, today's date. Tools, workflow designer, drag the tool, drag that mapping workflow. Here no need to change, we already applied the logics. Staging table, target table, bulk, apply bulk to normal, apply. Lookup transformation is a target table, okay, target table, okay, that's it. Control S, saved, validation completed, no errors. Let's see now. Once check, this is my target dimension table. There is no data currently. In staging table there are 107 records. All these 107 records should be transferred to dimension table. Now let's execute the workflow, start the workflow. Session completed, yeah, succeeded. Workflow. Now check, yeah, all the records, 107 records will be transferred to 100 records will be transferred to target. See, employee key we have to current value given 4001, so 4001 to 4003. Primary key generates all primary key 107 primary key, and end date is assigned as null because initially there is no records entered into the dimension table. See, add few records to let's see, few records to SRC, few records, let's see. Add two more records to staging table. Staging employees, see, these two records I am entering, which is execute, inserted, two more records added. What are the records? 108 and 109. 108 and 109 records added. So let's see, 108 and 10 employee ID 1. Employee ID 1 is already there, Tom Bailey. Let's see, Tom Bailey was already there, so this record 108 is not there, so it will get update, and Tommy is already there, just now inserted, but that end date was changed. Tommy date entered 17/06/2016. Tom Bailey get hired, started his journey, and he was ended 25/06/16. Sorry, 25/06/16. 25/06. He joined on 17 and ended his career in that company on 25th of the June. So that his record was already there in the database, but this will be update and enter as a new candidate. So, and this will enter this record will get insert, no problem from this record because it's a new record, and this record will be update and insert. So let's see how many records already previously 107 records are there. 2 more records added to staging table. So how many records will be present in target table? One more record will be add, one more record, 2 more records need to, 2 more records will be add, because it will be get update and then set. So 2 more records will have to add to target table. So let's see, run one more time this mapping. Start, restart. Yeah, restarted. Let's check how many records. 16 records are there. Okay, existed records are there. Existed records, already existed records will get again re-entered. Assign end date, assign end date, start date and end date assigned as end date. So those records will get select star from select star summer pain full name. What is this? Let's see, 2 records. One record already existed, one record was already existed, and it was get updated with end date and inserted as new record. So we run the mapping, right? Started workflow. So it get updated with end date and again entered as a new record, here. See, two times is there, because we ran that same data by adding two more rows, but previously same data is there. So it gets updated and entered as new record. I hope you people understand what I am telling. End date, assign end date, and for new records it assign end date as null for new records. If again we ran this workflow, those fields also The nulls are all replaced with end date. See, will be replaced with and because already existed data is there. So let's check. See, total records will be more than 2016. Yeah, Sumir Payne. See, previous record. Later it will it's for the updated, and this record will be updated, and this is the latest data of the Sumir Payne. See, that historical data of that same person will be maintained. This is the main beauty of CD type 2, that implies previous historical data and present data. This two is historical data, uh, and this is the present data of that particular employee. This is the main mapping logic of ACD type 2. I hope people may get some knowledge from this video. If you have any doubts, please ask in comments. I will try to explain. Thank you so much.